Hey Virgo. All right, so these are your messages for the week, and if you're looking to get a private reading with me, I do link my email in the description box. Um, we still have people stealing my content. The watermark is still not up. Please don't like give me a hard time about that, guys. Please, like between taking care of the kids and the private readings and life, I just don't get to things that I should. I never went to bed last night, just to let everybody know. And I'm doing well considering I never went to bed last night. So, and the kids now want to go to rock climbing, so I don't think I'll sleep this week at all. But, so yes, Jesse Tarot on TikTok is stealing my content along with somebody on Facebook. But anyway, so for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, keeping my fingers crossed to see something good, guys. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're getting close to Virgo season. Okay, Virgo, you have a stalker. They're at a distance, so I'm not like worried about them per se. But do they watch you? Yes. Do they keep track of you? Yes. Do they ask people about you? Yes. Is this something you should be concerned about? I'm not seeing like a legal matter here. Okay, I'm just seeing like difficult situation. Definitely could cause you a bit of a tower moment, else from the anxiety of knowing you have a stalker, or from the potential talk that could be going on about you. Okay, I think it's an air sign, but take it as it resonates. It's not going to be for everybody, obviously. And they feel like they hold something that could potentially blackmail you or get your attention. Okay, or get your attention. Maybe they're just like, oh, I know that Virgo really loves this, and because I have it, I'm going to get their attention. Or I really know that Virgo, I don't know what you guys did. Okay, like I'm sure we all have some skeletons in our closet, right? I've got a few. Anyway, moving on. I do see more income coming your way as well. And this is, some of it's going to be quite unexpected. For some of you, you could be meeting somebody that has money and therefore kind of like getting involved with somebody who has money. Maybe they share it with you, maybe you marry them, like whatever the case. But some of you, it's going to be just your own business, getting into some sort of business development. Somebody still has a lot of affection for you and thinks about you in a sexual way from the past. I do not think that this person's on your mind. I'm just letting you know. I'm seeing rubies, so I don't know if you need to wear that stone or have that stone, but I am seeing it. Somebody has a lot of emotions for you still as well. I do not believe they'll be reaching out, but I feel like you know that energetically that that's the case. One of you moved on bitterly. There's still some sort of emotional attachment or energetic attachment there, unfortunately. And do they have regret? Yes. Did they see you as somebody they could have growth and abundance with? Yes. Do they see you as somebody that was worth their time at some point? Yeah. I also think there's some bitterness about how well you're doing versus how well they're doing, so there could be some competition there. Some changes will be happening over the next couple weeks. This is going to be a metamorphosis that's going to be extremely painful for you. Okay, you're going to get through it a little faster than you think, but it's going to be one of those things where you're going to just be like really drained, like searching for that light at the end of the tunnel, something like that. And then when it comes, it's going to be like brighter than expected. Some of you could be meeting a Leo. I'm not saying it's romantic. I'm just saying you could be meeting a Leo. And divine timing. For those of you that are heartbroken, it's going to take a little longer than you anticipated for you to get over it. Watch out for an issue with a dog if you have one. I have Leo twice. Somebody's meeting a Leo. If you don't already know who they are. Interesting, okay. Getting some sort of truth or apology from somebody from the past. This is going to help you find some balance. They do want to reconcile with you. I don't think this is something that you're going to reconcile, and they've been trying to manifest this, but I do feel like it'll give you the closure that you really need. Somebody owes you something, whether it's financially or otherwise, and you will be getting it back. And it's almost like a congratulatory getting it back, because I don't know how to explain this. Because you'd never thought you'd see it again, all right? So whether that's because they stole your dog, or whether that's because they owe you money, or whether that's because they have your grandmother's ashes, like, it's going to be celebratory, okay? And I do see you kind of moving on. There was some, like, sexual tension between you and somebody recently, it looks like, or there will be. I don't know where you are on the timeline, and that is not going to take off. I see that you're hesitant, but there was, like, that something there. For those of you that are involved in any sort of court case, it does look like it goes in your favor. For those of you that are waiting on some sort of karmic justice, the number 3 is relevant. 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months in the 3rd month. I see that happening for you, and you taking much better care of your health and wellness at this time. Make sure you're keeping your almost like your plans to yourself. I feel like somebody could potentially steal, like, a business idea or interrupt something that's going well for you, okay? So be careful. And somebody needs to take copper and zinc. I don't know why I'm getting that. I don't know. I see you getting more money and it becoming a bit of a heavy burden because of how much you're working, or because how much effort you're putting in, and you're having a hard time balancing, like, private life to work. New opportunities will be presenting themselves, and you'll have even more to work on. And again, it may even take away from your spirituality. Not because I don't see you going through this, like, major development, but because once you go through this major development, now how do you have time to focus if you're just bringing in the money? You know what I mean? Which is a very hard thing to balance. I know, trust me. However, I do see you trying to work very hard, and especially if you're writing a book, very hard at something that you really want to see develop into something more. I'm seeing the letter S. Watch out for extreme weight loss. It could be over disappointment or fear. I don't think it's an infection or anything. Though somebody could get an infection in their hand or arm, but this is unrelated. The weight loss is unrelated, okay? Eventually, what looks like an air sign is finally going to be put in their place. You do have the 10 of Cups coming your way. Could be, could be an engagement and or marriage. Wish fulfillment of some kind. Something that you will hesitate on and wonder if this is, like, legitimate, but something that you will be emotionally invested in. And something will be illuminated around this, where you're going to realize, like, that you have still past issues you need to get past in order to not push away the right person, okay? And again, finances look fantastic, like fantastic. Watch out for some bum asking you for money. I don't care who it is. I see somebody asking you for money, and you literally are on the fence going, maybe I should do this, don't do it. You don't owe anybody anything. Yes, you have a kind heart. You're a good person. You don't owe anybody anything. The color green is going to be relevant. Could be a heart chakra thing. There's that air sign getting what's coming to them. I love that. I love that. You also have what looks like a fire sign having some regret over something that happened. It's all karmic, Virgo. It's all karmic. And there's the Stalker again. Okay. It's repeating. Aries through Pisces. How do they feel about Virgo? Aries through Pisces. How do they feel about Virgo? Virgo, I'm going to actually share something with you, and I would love to hear in the comments what you guys think, okay? or even if you want to email. I'd love to hear what you guys think. So I have this whole theory, and I may put it in the book I'm writing. I'm technically writing a book about astrocartography, but I've decided to incorporate a lot of other things into it, not just astrocartography. And I have this theory even based on myself, my family members, my friends, right? Many years ago, after my first divorce, I attracted so many Virgos. So many Virgos. Like, it was like everybody that ever talked to me was interested in me, anything like that, they were all Virgos. My theory on that later, like, this was not my theory at the time, right? Looking back on it, now seeing what signs I attract, right? I think it's because I was really seeking the opposite of myself, being a Pisces, and also seeking the stability that I feel like Virgos give, right? I am a Virgo rising, but you wouldn't know it. I'm not a neat freak. I'm not, yes, I look like a Virgo rising, but I don't feel like I take on those Virgo qualities. I just get along with Virgos really well. But that's all I was attracting, like nonstop was Virgos, Virgos, Virgos. It was in I look back on it and I see the traits of a Virgo, and that's what I was really lacking, and that's what was the universe was bringing to me. I did end up marrying a Virgo, but not now, obviously, at the time. Now, since then, since that's been gone for a long ass time, right? I now seem to only attract fire signs, which gives me this theory, especially because for years I only attracted Sagittarius. It's 4 freaking years. I still mostly attract Sagittarius, but fire signs in general. And my theory on that is I'm no longer emotionally available. I don't, that's what I think it is. It's like, well, somebody who's emotionally unavailable, what would they attract? Maybe an air sign, depending on the level of emotional detachment, I suppose. And I can't think of a sign like less committed, in my opinion, than fire signs, especially Sagittarius. So that's my theory. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. Do you attract the signs of something you need? Did you notice? Like, I'm very comfortable with what my own faults and my red flags. Like, I'm not like in some sort of denial, but I have noticed that. I think that people, not just myself, attract the signs of what they need or how they're feeling at the time, right? Very interesting. Aries through Pisces. Aries through Pisces. How do they feel about Virgo? Aries is feeling heartbroken. They're looking at new options because they feel like you have options. Taurus still misses you. They're putting themselves first because they feel like you weren't invested enough. Gemini is very attracted to you, but they would do nothing but cause you controversy. Cancer wants stability with you. If they can't get it, they're going to move on. Leo and you could get up into some sort of horrible fight, and an apology will need to be made. I feel like there's an aggression there. I don't like it. Virgo to Virgo, you guys could be best friends, have a good business partnership. I don't see it turning into anything more than that. Libra wants to reconcile. Libra. Scorpio could be your next like long-term relationship, marriage, whatever that looks like. Sagittarius. They are undecided as to whether they want to invest in you fully or just have you as a playmate. Capricorn. Capricorn will keep you in some sort of very toxic cycle. I would watch out for that. Aquarius wants to heal the connection. They think very, very highly of you. They may make an offering. The number 4 is relevant. And Pisces is hesitant to move towards you. They feel like they don't really trust you, basically. All right, Virgo, sorry for going off on that whole tangent, but I have wanted to talk to somebody about that for like so long. I think Lulu's the only one that knows about that theory I have, but I think it's like, there's something to it, right? All right, so have a great week.